Good morning. Happy Wednesday to my friends in North America. Good afternoon to my friends across the pond. Today we're going to take a quick look at a routine that's been around for, around 800 years. It was formalized at the end of the Sung Dynasty in coastal China, the southern Sung Dynasty, and formalized some things that actually had been in practice for nearly 1,000 years. So there's a lot going on here. I'm going to go and mute one thing here. Today we're going to take a quick look at the routine that's been around for around 800 years. It was formalized. And that's a little better. I don't need my voice coming at me from multiple directions. So we're going to start this morning, feet about shoulder width apart, knees nice and soft. Body erect. Imagine your head being pulled up by a string, neck nice and long, tuck your chin back. And then we're just going to begin to turn the body upper torso side to side, letting the arms swing freely, just loosening up a little bit. The set we're doing today is called the Eight Brocades, or the Eight Brocades of Silk. Kind of a complete body routine. Qigong in the East has both a martial and a medical lineage. The time that this routine comes out of was a time when China was among the innovators in the world, coming out of this era where things like fireworks, movable type, those interesting little curved roofs you see in Oriental buildings, that came out of this period of time. They were very focused on trade and cultural things, not so much on the military side, which is what led to their ultimate demise in the late 13th century. And if you haven't gone there automatically, because it comes quite natural, let your hands become loose fists and begin tapping on the lower belly and lower back. If you've done Qigong before, you're familiar with this one as knocking on the door of life, and you kind of fall very naturally into it as a warm-up. And let's float the hands back off and slow the movement down. And let's begin to think about deepening the breath. Breathing in through the nose if you're able. And taking that out breath through either the mouth or the nose. And let's connect to that breath. Breathing in, expand, spread the elbows apart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. On the breath out, hold it all back in, and gently round the back. Breathing in as we rise and expand. Breathing out as we relax and release. And just letting the body follow the breath. If you're at all familiar with this routine, you probably realize that there are, I would say, dozens, if not hundreds of variations of many of the movements here. And some of them cross over into other sets that we do from many traditions. There are a rich array of Qigong traditions. They share more than they differ, but many of them are quite nuanced. Let's take a couple more of these, and then we'll jump right into the brocades. One more. And then as we rise back out of that last one, just let the arms float down to the sides and kind of reset yourself in this neutral position we call Wuji. Feet about shoulder width apart, arms nice and loose at the sides. And we begin, bringing the hands toward each other, palms facing up, lifting as we breathe in Turn the hands over at the shoulders. Breathe out as you press them overhead and come up to the balls of your feet. Another breath in. The hands begin to separate. And then breathe out, releasing all the way to the bottom. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Stretch up high. Breathing out. It's called holding up the heavens, or two hands lift the heavens, or two hands lift the sky. I've even seen it called Buddha holds up the heavens. Qigong has a rich tradition in both Buddhism and Taoism, both of which I would describe as Eastern philosophies, although there is a spiritual component to each. And let's take one more of these. And then breathing in, let both hands float up to the sides. Hold one hand in like you're pulling on a bowstring. The other one becomes your aiming point. Take a breath in, and on the out breath, pull back on that bowstring and let the body dip just a little bit. Breathe in, sweep that aiming point hand across, let the hands change places. Breathe out, draw the bow. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. In our various practices, we probably do 6 or 7 different variations of this one, sometimes going by somewhat different names. This is perhaps the simplest one. And let's take one more back to the other side. And to release out of this, let that string hand float out to the side. Both hands float down. Breathing in, palms face each other. And then take that ball that you just captured out there and spin it. We're going to let one hand go up, one hand go down. Take a breath in. And on the out breath, one hand high, one hand low. Let your eyes follow the high hand. Breathe in, the hands come back toward each other, pass each other, turn over, and repeat on the other side. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you'd like to make the move a little bit more challenging, as you raise that hand high, come up on the balls of your feet. Breathing in as the hands trade places. Breathing out to stretch, separating earth and sky. One more. Now, top hand to shoulder height, bottom hand matches it on the other side. Both hands float down, palms turn to the front, pass the body, look over a shoulder. Breathe in. Let the hands come back forward, turn the palms to the back. Breathe out. Palms turn toward the front, pass the body as we look over a shoulder. This is the wise owl, looks behind. And this is one of those that you limit the turn of your head to what's comfortable for you. Or looking for a stretch, we're never looking for pain. Let's take one more on the other side. And then just relax the arms. For the next several, we're going to toe heel out to a little bit wider stance. Not quite all the way out wide as we can go. We might call that a horse stance. And let your arms, hands slide down your legs, putting the weight into your arms as the hands close over the knees. Take a breath in, and then on the out breath, swing your head to one side and then all the way across. Breathing in as you come back to the start. Breathing out, go the other way. Breathing in, coming back to start. Breathing out. This one's called swinging the head and shaking the tail. Let's go one more time out and back. And then rise back up to vertical. Let your hands float forward. Make fists and pull back, inhaling as you do. And on an exhale, punch one forward. Inhale it back in. Exhale, punch the other one forward. Fix your eyes on an object in front of you. This one's called punching with the intent gaze. Some translations, punching with the angry gaze. But no reason to be angry early in the morning. So we'll just call it intent for now. Let's get one more on each side. And then let the hands slide around to the back so that your hands are over your kidneys. And then tracing down, folding forward. Let the hands come to the inside of the legs, tracing back up, coming back to the kidneys. Gentle arch of the back. Breathe out. Trace down. Breathe in. Trace up. Tracing meridian lines here. One more time. This one's called bending the waist and holding the feet to cure the 100 diseases. And then just relax the hands. Toe heel back into a neutral position. And the final movement in the 8 brocades, this is the gentle version, there's some that are a little bit more vigorous, is also one we use often as our closing movement. So breathing in, hands rise overhead. Come up on the balls of your feet. Breathing out, let the palms press down as you lower the heels. Eight Brocades is one of the most popular Qigong routines in the world. If you were to travel to the east and see people in big groups practicing in parks, this is a very common routine for them to be doing. This one's been in continuous use for hundreds and hundreds of years. One more time. And as the hands float down this last time, let them come together, hand over hand. Place those over your lower belly. We call the lower dantian. Bring your feet a little closer together and close your eyes. And we'll finish up today with a few nice long deep breaths. We're back at 10 a.m. U.S. Central Daylight Time today with our daily member flow. a slower, lengthened version of this routine, plus some static posture movement out of the Zhan Zhuang tradition. And if you're interested in that, jump on out to the website and more information there. One more deep breath in. And as you release that breath, let your eyes come back open. Let your arms release to the sides. Give everything a little shake. Thanks for joining me this morning. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Namaste.